Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee represents downtown Houston. Her own home is inaccessible this morning. She joins us now. Congresswoman, we're sorry that you're not able to get into your home. Tell us what you're seeing there at the shelter, if you can hear us.
Your entire party at the desk to the left and the right of the shelter. If you are already registered, please make your way inside, allowing others behind you the opportunity to make their way up.
Throngs of survivors coming in.
Remember to keep center aisles clear for emergency personnel.
Barely the clothes on their back.
Lastly, please follow all guidance and direction given to you by the Houston Police Department.
But they're resilient. They have faith.
Welcome.
They're looking for a future, and they believe that they're going to get help. That's an important message for those who now have nothing. And I think we have a real obligation to commit to them that they will have a future and that the resources will come. But the number one issue, I think, right now, I just got off the phone with leadership team, the Coast Guard, the National Guard, the Director of the State. We have got to focus on rescue. And I believe there are certain pockets in this community, Beltway 8 and Tidwell and Northside, that we need to continue to rescue people.
Yeah, for sure. And we've been watching some of those live rescues. What level of aid and help and funding are you calling for this morning?
About $150 billion. The aid need in Sandy was $70 billion. Our funding was about $51 billion. And so I believe that we need to put an aid package together for $150 billion, because this not only includes the Houston-Harris County area, which is 6 million in its metroplex, but all of our areas such as Beaumont that was hit last night, Victoria and Corpus, and places in South Texas. We don't know where else Hurricane Harvey will come, and we understand it may turn back to
Good morning and welcome.
On tomorrow and the next day.
If you need to register your party, you can
I know
do it
it's
to the
hard
left
to talk
or the right of the
while
shelter.
you're getting those announcements for all of the people who are sheltering there at the Houston Convention Center. I hope you can still hear me. It's been pointed out.
I can hear you.
Okay, very good. It's being pointed out that a whole bunch of Texas lawmakers voted against sending financial aid to the victims of Superstorm Sandy when they needed it in 2012 and 2013. Why didn't you vote at that time to help Sandy victims?
Well, at the time, we helped Sandy victims. The Democrats wanted more money. We didn't get all of the money that we needed. And frankly, we did vote. I did vote on the maximum money. Unfortunately, it did not pass.
But explain the vote, just so that we're clear, Congresswoman, just so that we're clear. Why didn't you vote for H.R. 152? That was the one that was the Appropriations Act of 2013. That all sorts of Texas lawmakers voted against, and you just did not vote. Why did you skip that one?
As I said, I voted on legislation to help the Sandy Hook victims on many occasions, and therefore, and Sandy Superstorm voted on many occasions. As we go forward, I am hoping that we will not have the kind of conflicts and the diminishing of monies that the Texans do need. That's what is important. The Sandy Hook vote took many times, and my vote was for the maximum amount of money. I can account for those votes, and therefore the important idea is to make sure that you voted when the money was needed. I did that, and I expect for the money to be voted on here in a bipartisan. The Speaker, if the President is here in Texas, I hope he comes here with a message of unity, that he will not shut the government down, and that he will, in fact, be able to provide that maximum amount of money.
Yes, and
that's what I think is very important.
The President sounds as though he's promising that, but just so that everybody is clear, we're talking about Superstorm Sandy. That's what we're talking about in 2012 and 2013.
Good morning and welcome.
And just so that we're clear, since you're saying that you voted along with Democrats to give the maximum amount, why did you skip that vote, the House, the H.R. 152?
Keep all center aisles clear for emergency personnel.
Well, let me be very clear.
Remember to follow all direction and guidance given to you by the Houston Police Department.
Votes
if you are here to volunteer, you're going to make a left in the main hallway and make your way towards the end and register.
And so
and welcome.
I think it's important to focus on what was offensively done. And here in Houston and Harris County and the state of Texas, we're going to be on the offensive in introducing an aid package to make sure that we have the funding for what is needed. I am asking all of those who are impacted, all of our departments, first responders, police, firefighters, the state operations, to provide the medical help that is being so effectively given. St. Joseph Hospital, all of those resources, we hope to put in an aid package and get the vote going forward.
And we thank you for being with us. And just one last note, Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey says he is urging all of the New Jersey House members to help Texas. Despite whatever happened in 2012 and 2013, he understands, having lived through it, that Texas really needs help. Congresswoman Jackson Lee, thank you very much for being here. Obviously, we're thinking of you.
We thank Governor Christie, and for those who may be hearing me, if you are in need of rescue, please put a towel, a sheet, if you can, outside your window so that the rescuers can achieve what is most important, and that is to rescue you.
I'm glad you're mentioning that, because believe it or not, some people still do have power and are listening, even while stranded. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Chris.
Congresswoman kept saying Sandy Hook. She meant Superstorm Sandy, the funding to give relief to New Jersey and New York and all these other places.